In the late 1960s, Clint Eastwood was at the height of his film career. During this time, he starred in the movie Kelly's Heroes, which, although not his biggest hit, still received mostly positive reviews and managed to recoup its budget. The film's soundtrack was also notable, with the song Burning Bridges becoming a top 40 hit. It was during the filming of Kelly's Heroes that Clint Eastwood shared some upsetting news with his co-star, Donald Sutherland. The details of this news, however, remain a mystery. Despite the success of Kelly's Heroes, the film is often overshadowed by Eastwood's other iconic roles in movies like Dirty Harry, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Nevertheless, Kelly's Heroes remains a classic war film, with a unique blend of action, comedy, and drama. The relationship between Eastwood and Sutherland on set was reportedly professional, despite the upsetting news that Eastwood shared. Both actors were at the top of their game, and their performances in the film are still highly regarded today. The impact of Kelly's Heroes on cinema history is undeniable. The film's innovative approach to the war genre, combined with its talented cast, helped to solidify Eastwood's status as a leading man in Hollywood. And while the specifics of the upsetting news he shared with Sutherland may be lost to history, the legacy of Kelly's Heroes lives on. Kelly's Heroes, the 1970 war film, has gained a cult status over the years, and is often hailed as one of the greatest in its genre. Despite some negative reviews criticizing the balance between violence and humor, it remains popular amongst many viewers. This classic breaks away from traditional portrayals of war by focusing on the unlikely alliance between American soldiers and German locals, all in pursuit of stolen Nazi gold. Interestingly, this entertaining plot is actually inspired by real events during World War II. In December 1944, a group of US Army officers learned about a large cache of gold bullion hidden beneath a chateau in France. Determined to get their hands on it, they embarked on a secret mission behind enemy lines, much like the protagonists in Kelly's Heroes. Although details of the actual event differ from those depicted in the movie, the core concept of soldiers stealing gold amidst chaos rings true. Despite initial mixed reception, Kelly's Heroes gradually amassed a devoted fan base who appreciate both the unique blend of action and comedy and the intriguing premise rooted in historical fact. The 1970 film Kelly's Heroes boasts an impressive cast, including Clint Eastwood, Telly Savalas, Don Rickles, Carroll O'Connor, and Donald Sutherland. The story revolves around Private Kelly, played by Eastwood, who stumbles upon a hidden cache of German gold. Driven by the allure of the treasure, Kelly assembles a motley crew of soldiers, each with their own unique set of skills and motivations. Among them are Harry Dean Stanton as Crap Game, a sly and resourceful scavenger, Gavin MacLeod as Moriarty, a cunning and opportunistic banker, and Stuart Margolian as Baby Sanchez, a young and inexperienced soldier. Together, they embark on a dangerous mission to find the gold, facing numerous obstacles and adversaries along the way. Their journey takes them deep into enemy territory, where they must navigate a complex web of German soldiers, minefields, and other hazards. All the while, they must keep their mission a secret from their own commanders, who would surely disapprove of their unauthorized treasure hunt. Throughout the film, the characters display a range of emotions and motivations, from greed and self-interest to loyalty and friendship. The talented cast brings these characters to life, delivering memorable performances that have stood the test of time. Kelly's Heroes is a classic war film that combines action, adventure, and humor in a unique and entertaining way. With its memorable characters, thrilling plot, and timeless themes, it remains a beloved favorite among audiences to this day. In the movie Kelly's Heroes, the soldiers, including Kelly and his men who belong to the 35th Infantry Division, make a deal with the last German tank crew to share the gold they have discovered. This division is identified by the distinctive shoulder patch worn by Kelly and his men. The 35th Infantry Division, also known as the Santa Fe Division, served with distinction during World War II, including battles in North Africa, Sicily, and Western Europe. Interestingly, the film incorporates a historical detail about the use of Michelin tourist guidebooks by American soldiers during World War II for navigation. This practical use of civilian resources highlights the ingenuity and adaptability of soldiers in the field. As the story unfolds, the soldiers, led by Kelly, navigate the challenges of war and their own personal motivations to secure the gold. The movie provides a glimpse into the realities of war and the bonds that form between soldiers, even in the face of danger and uncertainty. In the end, the movie Kelly's Heroes offers a unique perspective on the experiences of American soldiers during World War II, blending historical accuracy with an engaging and entertaining storyline. In the months leading up to its release, Kelly's Heroes underwent some significant changes. Originally titled The Warriors, it was later renamed to Kelly's Warriors before settling on its final title. These alterations reflected the studio's efforts to find the most appealing and marketable name for the film. However, these weren't the only modifications made to the movie. Approximately 20 minutes of footage was removed prior to its theatrical release by MGM. This decision led to disappointment among many involved with the production, including lead actor Clint Eastwood. The missing scenes had provided valuable character development opportunities, allowing audiences to gain deeper insights into the personalities and motivations of the main cast. Unfortunately, due to the cuts, some nuances may have been lost in translation. Eastwood expressed his dissatisfaction with the edited version of the film, feeling that it didn't fully capture the complexity of the story he had signed up for. Despite this setback, Kelly's Heroes still managed to become a beloved classic, known today for its unique blend of action, comedy, and camaraderie during wartime. Nevertheless, one can't help but wonder how different the reception might have been if those excised scenes remained intact, offering greater depth to both characters and plot alike. In Kelly's Heroes, the film pays homage to Eastwood's spaghetti westerns, particularly in the tense standoff with the Tiger Tank. This nod is a nod to the popular western genre that Eastwood himself helped popularize. The movie also features a notable female lead role, which was originally intended for Ingrid Pitt. However, this role was ultimately cut before filming, leaving only a brief appearance by another actress. Historically, the movie is likely set in September 1944, as evidenced by various historical references throughout the film. This setting adds an extra layer of authenticity to the story, transporting viewers to a specific time and place during World War II. Overall, Kelly's Heroes is a classic film that pays tribute to the Western genre, while also featuring a compelling story set during a pivotal moment in history. In Kelly's Heroes, the main character, Kelly, portrayed by Clint Eastwood, dons an officer's fatigue shirt throughout the movie. This costume detail serves as a reflection of his character's backstory as a reduced-in-rank lieutenant, adding depth to his role. The choice of attire also subtly hints at the complex power dynamics present within the group of soldiers in the film. Interestingly, during a scene in which Krabawan Walbaum makes a phone call to Hogan in intelligence, it becomes clear that the makers of this classic have included an inside joke referencing the popular TV series Hogan's Heroes. As Crab dials the number, he quips, "I think I know these guys. They're always playing games." This witty reference adds a layer of humor and nostalgia for viewers familiar with the earlier television program. Moreover, while working on Kelly's Heroes, up-and-coming filmmaker John Landis made an intriguing prediction regarding one of his colleagues. While conversing with actor Donald Sutherland, who played Oddball in the movie, Landis confidently declared, "You'll be a movie director someday." Little did either of them know just how accurate that statement would prove to be. Sutherland went on to direct several films himself after achieving success as an accomplished actor. Indeed, even amidst the chaos and tension of war depicted in Kelly's Heroes, there exist subtle details like costumes and humorous nods to other works, along with prescient observations that add richness and texture to the viewing experience. These elements elevate the movie beyond a mere war drama, making it a memorable and engaging piece of cinema. During the filming of Kelly's Heroes in Yugoslavia, Donald Sutherland faced a serious health scare that threatened his involvement in the project. His illness caused significant concern among the cast and crew, who were dependent on him to bring one of the main characters to life. Despite these challenges, the production team managed to navigate through this difficult period, ensuring that the movie could continue shooting while Sutherland received treatment. Meanwhile, back home, Sutherland's personal life took a dramatic turn when his wife, Shirley Douglas, found herself on the wrong side of the law. She had been arrested for attempting to purchase hand grenades for the Black Panthers, a controversial political organization known for its radical activism. This unexpected development added another layer of stress to Sutherland's already challenging situation, leaving him feeling overwhelmed and uncertain about how to move forward. Fortunately, Sutherland did not have to face these trials alone. Co-star Clint Eastwood stepped up to offer his support, helping his colleagues stay focused on his work, despite the turmoil unfolding in his private life. With Eastwood by his side, Sutherland was able to channel his energy into the role he had been hired to play, ultimately delivering a memorable performance that has since become synonymous with this classic war film. Throughout this tumultuous time, both on set and off, the resilience and determination of those involved with Kelly's heroes shone through. Faced with adversity, they rallied together to overcome each obstacle, creating a piece of cinema that continues to captivate audiences today. And though Sutherland's illness and his wife's arrest may have initially seemed like insurmountable hurdles, they eventually served as catalysts for growth and solidarity among the cast and crew, strengthening their bonds and elevating the overall quality of this beloved motion picture. Kelly's Heroes received a warm reception from movie critics when it was released in 1970. The film, which featured a star-studded cast including Clint Eastwood, Telly Savalas, and Donald Sutherland, became the 25th highest-grossing film of that year. Critics praised the movie for its unique blend of action, comedy, and drama. The story of a group of soldiers who go AWOL to rob a bank behind enemy lines was considered a fresh take on the war film genre. The chemistry between the actors was also noted, with many reviewers highlighting the camaraderie and witty banter between the characters. The film's director, Brian G. Hutton, was commended for his ability to balance the different elements of the story and create a cohesive and entertaining movie. The action sequences were particularly well received, with critics praising the authenticity and intensity of the battle scenes. Overall, Kelly's Heroes was a critical and commercial success, and it has since become a classic of the war film genre. Its enduring popularity is a testament to the film's engaging story, memorable characters, and high-quality production. Kelly's Heroes, the 1970 movie, was a well-received war film during its time. It starred big names like Clint Eastwood, Donald Sutherland, and Telly Savalas, which added to its popularity. The film's unique blend of action, comedy, and camaraderie struck a chord with audiences, making it a standout in the war movie genre. The movie's impact was such that it spawned various merchandise, including toys, posters, and even a board game. It also had a short-lived TV spin-off in the late 1970s called Kelly's Heroes, which, while not as successful as the movie, still had a following. Kelly's Heroes has also been adapted in various forms, including a stage play and a radio drama. Its themes of teamwork, courage, and the human spirit have made it a timeless classic, appealing to new generations even today. The movie's influence extends beyond entertainment, offering lessons on leadership, strategy, and the complexities of war. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there's always room for humor and camaraderie. This classic film's legacy continues to resonate, inspiring and entertaining audiences worldwide. Let's dive into the casting process for the 1970 film Kelly's Heroes. This star-studded war comedy featured big names like Clint Eastwood, Donald Sutherland, Telly Savalas, and Don Rickles. Clint Eastwood, already a major star thanks to his roles in westerns like A Fistful of Dollars and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, was a natural fit for the lead role of Kelly. His rugged charm and proven acting chops made him an easy choice. Donald Sutherland, known for his work in dramas like MASH, brought his unique blend of intensity and humor to the role of oddball. In fact, it was his offbeat performance during the audition that won over the directors and secured him the part. Telly Savalas, who had previously worked with Eastwood on The Dirty Dozen, was cast as Big Joe after demonstrating great chemistry with Eastwood during screen tests. Don Rickles, famous for his quick wit and sharp tongue, landed the role of Crap Game through a combination of his established comedic reputation and his ability to hold his own against heavyweight actors like Eastwood and Savalas. Chemistry tests played a crucial role in defining the dynamic between these talented actors. Their collective energy and camaraderie translated seamlessly onto the silver screen, resulting in a memorable and entertaining film. Brian G. Hutton, the director of Kelly's Heroes, brought a unique vision to the film, with a background in acting and directing TV shows. He approached the project with a focus on character development and natural performances. He aimed to create a war movie that was different from the traditional patriotic portrayals of World War II. Instead, he wanted to show the human side of soldiers, highlighting their humor, camaraderie, and survival instincts amidst the chaos of war. Hutton drew inspiration from classic Western films and adventure tales. This influence can be seen in the film's episodic structure, reminiscent of stagecoach robberies in old Westerns, and its focus on individual heroism rather than large-scale battles. He also sought to capture the stark contrast between the beauty of the European countryside and the brutal violence of combat. Collaboration played a crucial role in realizing Hutton's vision. he worked closely with cinematographer Gabriel Figueroa to achieve the desired visual tone. Together, they used wide shots to emphasize the vastness of the landscape and close-ups to bring out the emotions of the actors. Hutton encouraged improvisation during rehearsals, allowing the cast to develop their characters through organic interactions. The casting process further enriched the film. Clint Eastwood, Telly Savalas, Donald Sutherland, and Don Rickles formed a diverse ensemble, each contributing his distinct personality to the mix. Hutton fostered a relaxed atmosphere on set, which helped build rapport among the cast members and resulted in authentic performances. Kelly's Heroes stands out due to its unconventional take on the war genre. By focusing on personal stories within a broader historical context, Hutton crafted a narrative that resonates beyond its setting. His directorial choices continue to intrigue viewers, making Kelly's Heroes a timeless addition to cinema history. The production of the 1970 movie Kelly's Heroes was a massive undertaking, with several challenges in set design, locations, and logistics. The film was shot in various places, including Yugoslavia, which served as a stand-in for war-torn Europe during World War II. The set design was a significant aspect of the production. The film's art department had to create realistic and convincing sets, including a French town and a German bank. They used detailed props, such as vintage cars, to create an authentic atmosphere. The crew also constructed a massive tank, which was a crucial prop in the film. One of the logistical challenges was filming in Yugoslavia. The production team had to deal with the country's bureaucracy, language barriers, and limited resources. They also had to ensure the safety of the cast and crew while filming in potentially dangerous locations. Despite these challenges, the production team employed innovative techniques and technologies to enhance the film's quality. For instance, they used a technique called flashing to improve the film's contrast and make the explosions and gunfire more dramatic. They also used a handheld camera to capture the action from unique angles, adding a sense of realism to the film. The production of Kelly's Heroes was a complex process with many moving parts. However, the crew's hard work and innovative techniques resulted in a captivating film that has endured for over 5 decades. The music in Kelly's Heroes, a popular film from 1970, plays a crucial role in setting the narrative's tone and enhancing its emotional depth. Lalo Schifrin, a renowned composer, was responsible for creating the score, while the soundtrack featured various contemporary pop and rock songs. Schifrin drew inspiration from traditional military marches and infused them with elements of jazz and blues to create a unique sound that complemented the film's unorthodox approach to warfare. He used bold brass fanfares and rhythmic percussion to convey a sense of adventure and excitement, capturing the spirit of the ragtag group of soldiers led by Kelly, played by Clint Eastwood. The score also features moments of introspection and melancholy, reflecting the inner turmoil experienced by some of the characters. For instance, during scenes where the soldiers contemplate their actions or question their motives, Schifrin incorporated softer strings and piano melodies to evoke feelings of sadness and regret. Meanwhile, the soundtrack included hits like Burning Bridges by Mike Curb Congregation, which became closely associated with the film's memorable opening scene. These catchy tunes provided a stark contrast to the more serious undertones of the storyline, offering audiences a welcome respite from the intense action sequences. Interestingly, Schifrin himself had served in the army before becoming a successful musician, lending an added layer of authenticity to his compositions. His personal experiences undoubtedly informed his creative decisions when crafting the musical backdrop for Kelly's Heroes. Composing the score for Kelly's Heroes presented several challenges for Schifrin due to tight deadlines and last-minute changes to the film's editing. Despite these obstacles, he managed to produce a compelling and cohesive body of work that has stood the test of time. To summarize, the creation of the score and soundtrack for Kelly's Heroes involved careful consideration of both the narrative arc and emotional landscape of the film. Through innovative blends of genres and styles, Schifrin successfully captured the essence of this classic war movie, leaving behind a lasting legacy for future generations to enjoy. The 1970 movie Kelly's Heroes is filled with iconic scenes that showcase the directing skills of Brian G. Hutton, the powerful performances of the cast, and the stunning cinematography. One such scene is the bank heist sequence, where the characters, led by Kelly, plan and execute a daring bank robbery behind enemy lines. The scene is a masterclass in tension building, with the characters sneaking around the bank, avoiding detection, and ultimately making off with the gold. Clint Eastwood, who played Kelly, spoke about the scene in an interview, saying, "It was a lot of fun to shoot, but it was also challenging. We had to make sure that everything looked authentic, and that the audience could feel the tension." The cinematography in this scene is particularly noteworthy, with the use of low-angle shots and tight framing to create a sense of claustrophobia and unease. The muted color palette and the use of shadows add to the overall atmosphere of the scene. Another iconic scene is the tank battle near the end of the movie. The scene is a visual spectacle, with the tanks rumbling through the countryside and the soldiers engaged in a fierce battle. The scene is a testament to the movie's impressive production design and special effects. The director, Brian G. Hutton, spoke about the scene, saying, "We wanted to create a sense of chaos and confusion, and I think we achieved that. It was a lot of work to coordinate all the elements, but it was worth it in the end." The performances in the scene are also noteworthy, with Eastwood and the rest of the cast delivering intense and believable performances. The scene has a significant impact on the audience, with the stakes being high and the outcome uncertain. Overall, Kelly's Heroes is a movie filled with iconic scenes that have stood the test of time. The direction, performances, and cinematography all come together to create a memorable and entertaining movie experience. Kelly's Heroes, a 1970 movie, proved to be a significant cultural and social milestone. The film, starring Clint Eastwood, resonated with audiences due to its unique blend of war, humor, and camaraderie. It was a departure from the traditional war films of the time, which often focused on the horrors of war. The film's influence on pop culture is evident in the number of films and TV shows that have since adopted its light-hearted approach to war. The characters, each with their unique quirks and personalities, have become archetypes in war cinema. Kelly's Heroes also contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. The film subtly critiques the military hierarchy, showing soldiers from different ranks coming together to achieve a common goal. This theme of unity and collaboration resonated with audiences, especially during a time of social change. Moreover, the film's portrayal of war as a means to an end, rather than an end in itself, was a novel concept. The character's quest for a buried cache of Nazi gold reflected a growing disillusionment with the war effort. This anti-war sentiment was echoed in many films and literature of the time. In conclusion, Kelly's Heroes, with its unique blend of humor, camaraderie, and social commentary, left a lasting impact on pop culture and societal discourse. It showed that war films could be more than just depictions of violence and destruction, and could also explore relevant social themes. Upon its release in 1970, Kelly's Heroes gathered mixed reviews from critics, but found favor among audiences. The film stars Clint Eastwood, Telly Savalas, and Donald Sutherland in a story about a group of soldiers during World War II who go AWOL to rob a bank behind enemy lines. The New York Times critic, Vincent Canby, praised the cast performances, stating that Eastwood gives his role a sly charm, while Variety commended Sutherland's performance as a standout. However, some reviewers felt that the film didn't live up to its potential. Pauline Kael of The New Yorker called it an offbeat war comedy, but added that it was too loose and too baggy. Despite the criticism, Kelly's Heroes connected with audiences and became a box office success, earning over $15 million domestically against a budget of just under $4 million. Its popularity led to home video releases, television broadcasts, and even a short-lived animated series based on the film. At the 28th Golden Globe Awards, Kelly's Heroes earned 2 nominations: Best Motion Picture, Musical Comedy, and Best Supporting Actor. Although it did not win either category, receiving recognition from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association further solidified the film's status as a beloved entry in the war film genre. These accolades highlighted the strong acting talents of the lead actors, particularly Eastwood and Savalas. They also demonstrated the public's appreciation for unconventional takes on traditional genres like the war film. For director Brian G. Hutton, these acknowledgments represented another successful collaboration with actor Clint Eastwood after their previous hit, Where Eagles Dare. Overall, Kelly's Heroes left an indelible mark on cinema history, remaining popular amongst viewers more than 5 decades since its initial release. The filming of Kelly's Heroes in 1970 was filled with memorable moments. Clint Eastwood, known for his tough guy roles, showed his playful side during the production. In one scene, he and his co-star, Don Rickles, had a good-natured water balloon fight between takes, much to the amusement of the crew. The film's director, Brian G. Hutton, was also known for his relaxed and inclusive directing style. He often invited the actors to contribute their ideas to the script, leading to a more collaborative and creative atmosphere on set. The film's star-studded cast, which included actors like Telly Savalas and Donald Sutherland, often spent their downtime together, forming close bonds off-screen. These friendships translated into more natural and believable performances on camera. However, the production wasn't without its challenges. The film's large-scale battle scenes required extensive planning and coordination. The crew had to build a massive set in Yugoslavia, complete with tanks and explosives, to recreate the film's World War II setting. Despite these challenges, Kelly's Heroes went on to become a critical and commercial success, thanks in large part to the dedication and camaraderie of its cast and crew. The film's unique blend of action, comedy, and drama has made it an enduring classic, enjoyed by audiences for generations. Kelly's Heroes, a 1970 film, has left a significant mark on film history. This war movie, starring Clint Eastwood, stands out for its unique blend of action, humor, and camaraderie. The story revolves around a group of soldiers who decide to steal a large cache of gold from behind enemy lines. The film's influence can be seen in later movies that adopt a similar tone, such as the 1980s and 90s action comedy subgenre. The characters in Kelly's Heroes, each with their distinct personalities, were a departure from the stereotypical war movie heroes of the time. This diversity in characterization has since become a staple in many modern films. One of the most notable aspects of Kelly's Heroes is its anti-war sentiment, which was quite progressive for its time. The film doesn't glorify war, but instead highlights the absurdity and futility of it. This perspective has influenced many filmmakers to approach war films with a more critical eye. Kelly's Heroes also inspired a wave of war-themed movies that focused on the soldiers' experiences rather than the war itself. This shift in narrative focus has allowed for more nuanced and humanizing portrayals of soldiers. In conclusion, Kelly's Heroes has significantly impacted film history with its unique blend of action, humor, and camaraderie, its progressive anti-war sentiment, and its influence on characterization and narrative focus in war films. Did you know that Kelly's Heroes has been a beloved war comedy since its release in 1970? We'd love to hear about your personal connections to this classic film. Maybe it was the first time you saw Clint Eastwood in a humorous role, or perhaps you were captivated by Telly Savalas' portrayal of the charismatic Sergeant Oddball. Whatever it may be, we want to know how this movie left its mark on you. Did it inspire you to explore other films of the genre, or did it influence your sense of humor? Share your favorite scenes, quotes, or memories related to Kelly's Heroes. Your experiences could resonate with fellow cinephiles and spark engaging conversations. If you found our exploration of Kelly's Heroes enjoyable, please consider liking, sharing, or even subscribing for future discussions. Together, let's celebrate the tapestry of emotions woven through the years by iconic movies like these. Join us now and share your unique